Failed the post tweet. Well, yeah. Anyway,
dab,
hey everybody, it's Maplebrooke. I'm Soups. I'm the GM, and we have only done this once.
Hi, I'm West. I play Queen Fuck.
You had one job.
On the top.
Hi, I'm Queen Swissy. I play West. He's a nerd, and he does magic, and he's your window into this world because he's a guy, just a normal guy. Nothing wrong with him.
It's just some dude,
like me.
just like everyone can.
Keep the momentum.
No.
What?
You can't expect everyone to play along with my bit.
Can't have shit. In Detroit.
Anyways,
I shit in Maplebrooke.
am American Josh, or Josh. Don't call me American though. That's weird. That's a weird way to shorten that name. I play Connor Baldwin von Helsing, who is a vampire boy.
Whatever you say, American.
It's just like one person once called me that.
Yeah.
In like
You told
Apex Legends or some
Apex,
shit.
Yeah.
They typed it was text chat too. Is the weird part. I'm like, why would you ever shorten? Why would you shorten it to that?
Josh
It's
is
Like when
much
people
shorter.
shorten my name to Queen, I'm just like,
Hello,
literally-
Queenie.
Yeah, but I mean, like at
No.
least that like there's a way I could see that making sense. But Josh is just a name. It's not.
Yeah.
I've like never seen. It's the only time it's ever happened, and it's always stuck with me because like
It haunts you to this day.
man, it's just like I'm so confused.
Anyway,
I hope that person's still out there doing
what
the
if they
Lord's
were?
work.
What if they were dead?
Well, I mean,
They'd be dead, wouldn't they?
there's always a chance when I log off this Discord call, I'll die in my sleep, and none of you will ever know. So
Rest in
I'm
peace.
sure someone
Anyway,
would tell Soups.
I don't know if anyone knows Steven anymore.
I don't check Facebook, so. I mean, Greg follows me.
Anyway.
Greg
Never
follows
know.
me on Twitter, so
You
maybe
have
he would
no
tell me.
idea.
anyway, I'm Boko and I'm playing Adva Lusitania. She's got pointy stick and triangle-based powers.
Did we do it? Did we get through it?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness.
So last time, you.
I have a question.
Sure.
That only took a quarter of an hour.
Can we do it one more time?
No.
No.
No. Everything's
Are you sure?
working this time. As
Veto.
near as I can tell. I mean, for the first time. So last time, and I forgot to listen to the episode before this because I realized I never uploaded it. It's still on my computer, so it still exists. I just have to actually upload it. So last time,
Tonight.
as I recall, you fought. You all fought Jeffany in the basement, subduing her. Dracula tried to lock you in with a big old metal door, so that Jeffany couldn't escape, and Jeffany almost fucking broke through it, which was wild. But yeah, you subdued her, so she's taken care of. You got Dracula to tell you the truth, which was that he and some of his maids and butlers found Jeffany the same night that you had your car crash. And they took them back, but he found out that he couldn't do anything to Jeffany, and he thinks it's probably because of the pact that prevents them from interfering with each other, since Jeffany has been injected with some sort of werewolf power. The same as what you saw with Gregor at the Moonlight Run. There's still no sign of Charlie, near as you can tell. Let's see, going back down. He said that he would try to get in contact with the Gabriels and the Lupins and see if they can work out some sort of thing to keep an eye out from it, to keep this from happening again. You all went back home. I believe Connor logged into his MMO, and then Candy, who he discovered is Candy's one of his MMO buddies, who he discovered was one of the people who they saved at the theater, who has somebody kind of looking into it, you think. Adva, going back to her room, got some sort of note from Stephanie.
Stephanie?
Nope, Stacy. Stephanie's a different person.
Maybe.
From the Stacy that has a crush on her that told her as much, and she also talked to what was that fool's name? Sam?
Trees?
Nope.
Oh,
Sam.
yeah.
Sam, the guy who
Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed.
I know.
guy-
Yeah, I know.
Sam
My
Assassin's Creed,
right.
the guy who saved you from
Yeah.
Stephanie. That's where I got
Desmond.
Stephanie from. Desmond Miles, yes. When West got home, he found out that Rad was out, but his cursed book was lying open on his bed, and some things on his desk had been disturbed. So he figured that somebody may have gone through it. You all discussed what to do about your interview, which is, I believe, today. I don't remember if it was today or the next day. Yeah, okay.
It is today. It's been a few
You
hours.
discussed it. You went to go scout out the room. Connor broke the door, and then broke the ceiling tiles, and then rifled through a bunch of stuff. You didn't really.
He did do these things.
Room.
You learned that she has some pictures of like the inside of West's room. I don't remember if you found anything other than that. You'll have to remind me, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Is you mostly figured out that that's kind of the dirt she has on West.
It was like pictures of West's room. There's a note on there about that I think had Candy's like real name on it.
Right.
So
Something like
it's a note. So Connor has no fucking idea.
Right. Okay.
What a delightful dumbass.
So yeah, I believe that's everything that happened last week. You all basically just like went back to class, and I think the plan is for Connor to go in ahead of time and hide in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
Yes.
some reason.
Connor's doing that regardless of our
It's
wishes.
a genius plan.
And I believe Adva wanted to do something about getting the headsets that they'd used for a previous hunt to be able to like listen in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if you're gonna do that. I believe I said that stuff was being stored like at the shack on campus, so you could probably just go get it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's your we're gonna say that like when we jump back in here, you're going to be like outside of Stacy's newsroom door. So was
like
there any...
about to go into the interview?
Yeah, so what other prep do you want to have done before that? If you would like to have a conversation about it, we can say that, well, okay, we could let's go back a little bit further. Connor, how are you getting in there?
Into the room?
Yeah.
Through the door I broke earlier.
Right.
Wait, is Connor just going to stay in there from the time we were snooping earlier and just skip one of his classes? I forget.
I think Connor like followed you all out at the end of the previous episode. But,
Yes.
Like, he can go back in, I
did.
guess.
My plan was just to go back.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut class early, feigning indigestion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, this is a college, so the professor really doesn't give a shit. So you really probably didn't even have to make an excuse. You could have just left. But yep. So you feign indigestion. The professor's like, fine, whatever, just stop interrupting the class.
My intestines.
My left intestine hurts, Professor!
My intestines.
Anyway, yeah, Connor, you get out, you go to the room. Is there anything special you want to do, or are you just gonna hop in that there cabinet?
Oh, I was gonna bop right in there.
All right. I assume you shut the door behind you to make it look like you didn't,
Yes, stealthy.
Okay. Because I imagine you're going to fuck this up later anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get away with that. So, West, was there any additional prep you wanted to do? I imagine you probably have the headset by now so that Adva can listen in. I don't know where she's like hanging out.
How subtle is it?
I was going to probably hang out. I don't remember what the shape of the thing was. Either I wanted to get in a position that's across from where the
it's a door in a hallway.
The club room is, so I could see. No, it's like I don't know if this school has like a break in the middle.
What?
Okay. It doesn't matter. I just want to see
it's
if
a
place...
Steven has described it as a continuous hallway. You could just lean against the other wall.
I know, like that's gonna be my plan.
You could cabin on so many motherfuckers in that hallway. It's not even funny.
I'm not gonna do that. That's your thing. If I can't find a place where I can see into like the windows of the club room, I'm just gonna hang out like outside it.
Yeah, so I believe I described the door as being one of those ones that's got like a single vertical window.
Yeah.
Like above where the doorknob would be.
Yeah. I know the type.
One of those. All right, so you're just gonna hang out where you can see through that.
No, I thought does the the club room have windows or anything of that sort?
It's got a window to the outside. I believe it's on the outside of the building.
Okay, so it's pointing out. Okay, now I'm just
the way windows normally do.
Yes.
No. Listen, I can't explain it. So, like, there are some schools that are square and they've got like the courtyard in the middle, right?
Our high school
Okay.
was like that actually.
Then you should know what I'm talking about. So, and I
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to see if there was a place where I could like see
I have
across
literally no idea what you're talking about.
into one of the windows. If that isn't a thing, I'm just gonna hang out outside the door.
Yeah, I mean, it points
So you
out
have to see
to.
me?
I believe it points out to the like to the outside of the school. But I think it's on one of the sides that's got like forest outside, so like you could go hang out
Yeah.
there if you wanted to.
I'm not gonna
guess.
do that because I won't be able to get in quickly if something goes awry.
I mean, you can't teleport.
Oh, I technically can, but I don't want to give them more dirt.
Fair.
I
enough.
can't just appear in the room.
Fair
I
enough.
would-
I've been here the whole time.
I could teleport to Connor.
Ugh.
It's genius.
Anyway,
Two idiots
yeah,
in a closet.
yeah. So okay, so Adva, I assume you have a
You are
headset.
not absolved.
Connor,
Yes, I
Connor,
have
I
the
believe
headset.
doesn't need one because he's just gonna be there.
He's just gonna be in the
I'm
room.
just gonna be there.
I don't know what
Be
he's gonna
square.
do to help, but you know.
Okay,
No, I'm
so
just there to observe. Don't
so
worry about it.
so Wes, you've got your earpiece in. You've let your hair down over that side of your face to kind of cover it a little bit. I imagine you just have the
Yeah.
wire and the actual like talk box thing like tucked into your clothes someplace inconspicuous.
Yeah, since it's winter season, you know, I got that long jacket that you drew on wet.
I didn't, but yes.
so,
Oh
yeah,
wait, I
It's
did.
just- you did.
I just haven't
And I would
updated
imagine
it.
that has an interior pocket.
Sure.
So he's just stuck it in there.
Yep, makes sense. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah. So, yep, you're outside the door now. The light is on. Yep. That's the situation. You're outside the door and the light is on.
Knock, knock.
Come
Open
in.
up the door. It's real.
All right. Wes enters the room.
All right. As you enter the doom, As you enter
The
the
doom?
as you enter the doom, you
Hack
see
and slash.
you see demons crawling through the floor and making.
Rip and tear until it is done.
Nice.
As you enter the room, you see at the other end it's pretty much the same as you left it before. The desk has been like tidied up a little bit since you last saw it. But there is a woman sitting behind the desk. She's about your age. She looks like every other Stacy you've ever met, except she's wearing a fucking tan. Except she's wearing a tan trench coat and fedora with a press sticker in the top of it.
Nice.
Oh my god, she's a cosplayer.
She's
she's-
cosplaying Piper Wright from Fallout 4. That's her name, right?
Or Nick Valentine
I did.
from Fallout 4.
I'll be honest. I had no idea that Piper had a last name.
Last
Yep, that's
names
right.
don't exist
Cool.
in the apocalypse.
I've
But it
never
does,
paid
though.
attention to that.
I was thinking more Nick Valentine style, but yeah.
Ooh.
Fair enough. I mean, Piper's the reporter, Nick's the detective, so
Yeah.
whatever you want.
She's kind of both.
She's
just
very
like,
mad about your lack of canon.
I don't know anything about Fallout 4 except for Nick Valentine is a hot
You know
robot.
enough.
Anyway, yeah.
Yes,
so-
all the
Buy
Stacy's
Piper
look
to get
like
the Nick.
Smaller guy.
More or less, they have each of them probably have one different defining feature, like a hat.
not even.
like
They're the twins who
Not
are
even-
twins who look literally identical.
Yep.
it's,
Anyway.
it's a little disconcerting, to be honest with you.
Correct.
Hey there.
It's, West, I've been expecting you. Please, take a seat. There's
just-
she
Hang
she
on,
has
I
said
had
it.
to keep myself from laughing for a minute because I forgot the Stacy voice. Anyway, yeah, Wes takes a seat.
All right. Yeah. So she set a chair directly on the other side of her large wooden desk, which she's got a placard on that says "Stacy Veers, Ace Reporter." And there's you look around the room. All the other desks where you imagine like newsies would hang out, working on the paper, are there's nothing on them for the most part. There are some dusty-looking computers, but that's about it.
Cool.
She says, would you like anything to drink? I've got cold Starbucks drink cans in a mini fridge below my desk.
He doesn't make that noise, but that's the noise I make because I really love that shit. So Wes loves it too, I guess.
Imagine you offer someone a drink and they just go. "Mm."
The big snort. He does the bowl inhale.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, she pops open her mini fridge that's under her desk and pulls out a cold can of Starbucks coffee, and slides it
Is
across
mocha
the
or
desk to you.
vanilla?
Whatever one you want. It just coincidentally happens to be.
Well, then it is mocha.
All right, yeah, she slides it across the desk to you. So I'm
Now, do I have to roll cool for how easily I catch it, or does it slide all the way past me and go to the
Pass
floor?
me a drink, bartender.
I'm gonna just say you catch it because I don't want to belabor this forever.
Hang on. Damn it!
I mean, you don't get
I fumbled the drink.
you don't get
It's
experience
not
for
open
that.
though, so it's fine.
Yeah, you fumble with it a little bit nervously, and she's like, "So I imagine you have some questions for me. Is there anything you want to know about kind of what I do here before I get to the interview?"
Well, what do you do here?
Well,
Is this something I should know already, or no?
not really. I mean, you haven't looked
You can
into
assume
it.
she's a reporter of some kind.
So I am the sole member of the MU Times here at the school. I do all of the writing, editing, design, investigating, all that stuff. Basically myself, which is why the paper is a monthly paper and not bi-weekly. I'd love to have some more club members, but I can't seem to drum up any interest. So yeah, it is what it is. I am Stacy Veers. You can see that by my plaque and the business card I handed to your associate Rad.
Radical
roommate.
Skaterson.
I see. She jots down a note.
All right. West has very quickly picked up on the vibe that she's gonna be writing down a lot. It's fine.
Like a
She writes-
reporter.
She writes down another note. She notices you
She
noticing
notices you
her.
notice. Then she notices you noticing her noticing her.
West is already very clammy.
Time to put you in a stew.
All right. Well, so if you was there anything else you wanted to know, or shall we begin?
I guess we should start, huh?
All right. She opens up a file folder that she pulls out of a drawer and opens it up and begins like peering through a notebook that she has. And she's like, "So first, I've got some questions about you. You're not from Maplebrook, is that correct?"
That is. Hang on, let me look at West's backstory. Because I'm an idiot.
I'm
No,
pretty
you
sure.
Yeah.
can't go to college.
I just want to
pretty
make sure they weren't born in Maplebrook. I can't remember what I wrote.
I don't believe so.
No, I am not originally from Minneapolis.
Gotcha. So, what made you decide to come out here? I know your father, Kenneth Wordsworth, currently works as the coach of the baseball team here at the school. Was he sort of your inspiration for coming to school out here, or?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I thought it'd be good to reconnect. We hadn't,
Connected.
been in touch for a few years. So I thought it'd be good to reconnect, and I wanted to work on my schooling at the same time. So, it was just kind of win-win.
I'm trying to decide if I want you to roll and manipulate someone, because you're definitely lying.
I mean, he does not like his dad very much, so, that's up to you.
I don't think manipulate somebody really works here, but why don't you just roll plus charm and we'll see what happens.
Oh, fuck, dude.
That's a failure. So she kind of like frowns at you and goes, "Oh, I see," and takes a couple notes before continuing. She says, "So why don't you tell me about yourself a little bit? Having not been around here, I'm not very familiar with you outside of your father."
Oh, fuck, dude. All I wrote down about West's backstory is, like, who he is in, like, regards to the story about monsters and shit.
Well, make up some
shit
shit.
Guess I'll make up some shit. Hey, I'm just a normal guy.
I will give you one chance to take that back and try again. Normal guy is the best you could do.
Hey, you know me. Just
You know
a
what?
guy.
Against my better judgment, I'm sticking with it.
All right. Do you continue talking or just say I'm just a normal guy?
I'm just a normal guy. I like to read. And I don't like sports very much.
So, Spencer, you've done job interviews before, right? Like you can answer vague questions, right?
Listen, so here's the thing. If I was asked at a job interview, tell me about yourself, I'd be like, I'm just a normal guy who likes to sit at home playing video games. And guess what? It's worked out for me so far.
I mean, I tend to at least have like
How are you
a
supposed to
brief.
answer that? It's super personal.
You by not
Tell
giving
me
away
about
too much.
yourself. The
Yeah.
most basic bitch question you could ever come across in an interview.
I mean, I'm just a normal guy, you know. Sometimes I do theater stuff here and there too. And you know, I like to write sometimes. I like to read. It's got a few hobbies. Not very many though. I have a couple friends. They're kind of cool.
All right, so back to the theater thing. That's actually
Connor is nodding smugly from within the cabinet.
Mm-hmm. So she begins like shuffling through her notes. She goes, "I see. The theater is actually what I wanted to talk to you about today. So I'm writing a story about kind of what happened at the theater because it involved a few students from the school here. So I just wanted to make sure I got an accurate sort of summation of events. So." And she flips through her notebook to a page where she has a bunch of like her handwriting is pretty sloppy from what you can see, but like she seems to have a lot of like shorthand and stuff in there as well. So back in October, the Maplebrook Community Musical Theater put on a production of Phantom of the Opera. Or rather, they were slated to put on a production, but the production itself seemed ill-fated. The first major accident to occur left the original actor who was cast, Mr. Jacob Clark, hospitalized to this day after a stage light fell on his head. When they began searching for a new actor, that's when you turned up. Is that correct?
Yeah, like I said, love the theater. Normal guy.
All right. The director, Mr. Bernard Lambert, took a liking to you and began training you for the role despite your very little theater experience. Does that sound right so far?
Love the theater. Love the theater. It's a new love. It's recent. My friends convinced me to do it. You know, peer pressure and all that, and it, you know, in the end, turned out fine.
Right. Your friends, that would be Mr. Connor Caldwin and Miss Adva Lusitania. And also, later, they both arrived at the theater the same day you did. And a couple days later, a Mr. Nigel Flintmore, who works as the school's groundskeeper, also
I'm
arrived
sorry,
with
what
your
is
group.
Nigel's last name?
Flintmore?
Oh,
you not
I
know
heard
that?
Funtmore. Somebody's like, that's not a word.
Well, most names are not words.
Anyway.
Mr. Nigel Flintmore, the school's groundskeeper, also arrived with your group. Can you sort of describe what they did on the production?
Yeah. So Adva and Connor both were they were stagehands, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were both stagehands on the production. But they were also, you know, outside of the theater, they were helping me line read and everything, so we, you know, I didn't mess anything up. Nigel was there because he's Adva's legal guardian.
Smart.
What did you do it?
That's genius. You're a goddamn genius.
All right.
So he was just kind of, you know, he was moral support.
Sure.
We're all real friendly with, you know, Nigel, old Nige. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. I wasn't gonna make you roll a check, but then you called them old knives, so.
But then you called him old knife. And now you're legally obligated to.
Oh God.
Give me another charm
Save
check,
me.
fool.
Save me.
Nope.
God damn it.
Swissy, your
said-
farm XP.
Oh, that is XP right there. Hell yeah. I mean, the second one's XP. The 6 wasn't an XP, was it?
The
Or was it?
six is a failure.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I level up.
Because here's the thing, right? Like
Did I
normal.
ever pick my level up from that one time?
I don't think you
Oh
did.
God,
Well,
I didn't.
You've got
It's
time
fine.
now. So
Um,
she jots down some notes. And as you're trying to like look at what she's writing, you're having a hard time parsing it. It's almost like she's writing in some kind of like shorthand code that you can't quite
She's
understand.
fighting and thieves can't.
Not really, but there's that's a thing that some reporters do is like they write in like short, especially like investigative reporters write in kind of shorthand so that they can write it down quickly, and
it's
so
what court people do.
yeah,
Court reporters.
yeah. So
Otherwise, it's hard to write. Hard to write lot word.
mhm.
More like a court role
All right.
players.
She goes, I see. The next incident occurred later that day when Tara Christie, the actress playing Carlotta, was poisoned, and you provided life-saving measures. I believe some sort of like CPR. Is that correct also?
Yeah. Ugh, that was nasty, wasn't it?
Yeah, according to
But,
reports,
I'm glad she turned out okay.
According to reports, she vomited all over your clothes. I can't imagine that was pleasant, but you did do the good deed of, saving the life of another human, so I imagine that was its own reward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what can I say about it? I'm not. It was. I'm glad I did.
All right. She continues again. The third incident, the very next day, a large portion of the cast and crew attempted to quit, only to nearly have a large wooden crossbeam nearly collapse on their heads. Luckily, you and your associate seemed to prevent any major injuries by getting them out of harm's way. I'll actually want to come back to that in a minute. Now, as far as I can tell from my sources, the only people left in the theater after this point were yourself, your three associates, the director, the lead stagehand Kyle Booth, the assistant director Stephanie Lang. Everyone else either quit or went home for the day, as according to my investigation. Miss Lang has been missing, and I haven't been able to get a comment. Mr. Lambert is recovering from the incident in therapy, and Mr. Booth refused to comment. So that just leaves you and your associates. Was there anyone else at the theater that you can tell me about? I don't
specific there at this specific time.
I don't think
she was.
I don't think there was. I don't think Pacific had been there yet because she came to save.
Okay.
Like she and Sam came to save you after Adva got knocked out that day.
Right. Nobody that I can remember.
All right. So that Sunday, the theater was closed indefinitely for renovations, and you yourself were hospitalized for some time, if my notes are correct. Would you care to paint a picture as to what happened the rest of that day that led to its closure and your injury? I see it left a nasty scar on your face.
Yeah, as if the beam falling wasn't enough, the catwalks, ugh, they
Can slice you. They really dice you.
Yeah, some of the catwalks fell. I don't know if that's in your reports, but yeah, one of them caught me real good.
On my face.
Had to get a bunch of stitches. Wasn't pleasant.
Right. She takes down a couple more notes, and she says, now, let's get back to Friday for a second. Witnesses reported hearing loud explosive noises coming from the theater on that Friday, followed by the sound of a motorcycle tearing through the streets from that direction. Do you have any idea who that motorcycle may have belonged to? Did you see anything suspicious that day?
Okay, I'm sorry. What's the motorcycle?
The motorcycle is Pacific's motorcycle.
Yeah.
The one that
using it to get help.
The one that she used to carry Adva away.
Right.
And the explosions were probably the fireballs that fucking Stephanie was hurling.
Oh yeah.
And also, and you tried one of those too, and it didn't work. Except it was one of your marble things. So nobody, as far as you can tell from this, nobody saw anything based on what she's saying, but they definitely heard a lot of noise.
People heard it.
And she's basically asking, do you know what any of that was?
I mean, I was inside most of the time, but from what Adva told me, let me see if I can remember here.
West quickly thinks up a
Wes
lie.
taps his chin, scratches his chin. He's like, let's see if I can remember here.
Is he hoping for some
What
sort of
Adva
help?
told me
What
had
I was
happened
told.
outside was that, you see,
Very careful. I hiss
What'd you
in
say?
his ear from the. Be very careful. You're already making a whole mess.
I'm
said
giving you.
someone wasn't driving very carefully and they made a whole mess of the street.
I see. She.
Hit a few cars and all that, you know. Yeah.
She jots down a couple notes. This one you get the feeling that she just doesn't believe. No roll necessary.
Oh wow.
So,
Unbeatable DC.
well, it's not just that. Like
Damn.
she's been investigating this. So she's like, okay. So I had a reporter go in actually to that theater to take some pictures, see if she could find a clearer result.
Ooh,
here.
that's super dangerous. Very dangerous place.
Yeah, she kind of slides a couple of pictures across the desk. You see photos of blood stains and claw marks, both from what's her name, Katrina, and from the imp, on several like seats and metal fixtures and stuff. You find there are blood stains, especially a huge one where you like nearly bled out on the ground, which probably brings back some unpleasant memories. And also some bullet holes from what you assume is probably Pacific's gun that she had. So do you have any idea what this is about?
Hang on, I'm looking something up real quick.
You're trying to look up what might look like claw marks, bullet holes, and bloodstains?
No.
You're trying to look up something about Phantom of the Opera?
I'm about to say something very stupid is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
nice.
gonna happen.
Good one you haven't.
Yeah,
It's just gonna
say
happen.
yeah,
You're just
say
gonna have
yeah.
to accept it.
All right.
So this is kind of hard to explain. It was actually it's actually Connor's idea. He brought it up with Bernard and he loved it. Super creative. We were putting a Van Helsing spin on Phantom of the Opera.
Oh no. Vamp of the Opera.
All right. I'm gonna have you. What is your charm score? Is it fucking -2?
It's -1.
So you have a decent chance of at least like maybe. This one is definitely
Maybe getting her to half believe it.
Can this be sharp? Just based on the fact it was a smart ass thing to say?
Was
In my
it?
opinion.
Was it? You did explicitly tell me before you said it that it was going to be very stupid.
Well, yeah, but you know.
If this
I
was
was
a series,
specifically looking up if there,
the scene
if there
would
are
make
werewolves
friggin'.
in Van Helsing, and there are. So.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
She goes, I see, and she jots
So
down
you know
some
the
stuff.
bullet holes in the claw mark. They were pre-set stage dressing. Is what those were.
I see. She jots down some notes. She's like, now, getting back to,
Did I not have to roll anything for that? Did I get away with that?
maybe,
You want no?
Am I good?
maybe.
All right.
And she's like, so it's at this point I kind of want to get back to that third incident, the one with the wooden beam that nearly collapsed on all of the quitting crew members.
Yeah.
One of the witnesses that was saved back there during that third incident claims to have seen something extraordinary. The witness claims that after they were tackled by one of your associates, they turned back around and saw you pointing some kind of what they described as a wand up at the wooden crossbeam, and it seemed to be hovering in the air. I'm sure that's, ridiculous, but is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Yeah, that was I mean, that's easy to explain. That was a you see the It was a wooden stake, is what that was. You know,
For the Van Helsing thing, yeah.
Yeah, because Van Helsing was the protagonist, Phantom of the Opera kind of the antagonist, me.
Right.
So it was just part of my outfit, so I just happened to be holding that. As for
Nice.
the beam, I mean,
The him is really selling this.
that was a more me trying to think on the spot here. The beam got caught on some of the catwalks on the way down, so it didn't fall immediately. Thank God, because we were able to get some people out of the way that way. But it ended up falling eventually. But luckily, we were all out of the way by then.
All right. And she slides some more pictures across the desk, and these ones you recognize as being taken in your room, and they were the ones you found the other day. Earlier today when you were in here, a few hours ago. It's like, additional investigation revealed a satanic symbol carved into your desk in your dormitory, as well as a strange tome filled with diagrams in Latin. What is the purpose of these?
Call her ass out on being in your fucking room, dude.
Are these from my room?
They seem to be, yes.
Did Rad let you in there?
She jots something down. She says, I wasn't there myself. I had one of my investigators looking into it.
Is Rad one of your investigators?
No, that was a...
I thought you said you worked alone.
Yes, what she just told you was a lie. I was going to tell you that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
She's like, I work by
You
myself.
said you worked alone.
I work by myself up here at the paper, but I do have some contacts.
Is that a lie?
Are they?
Technically, no.
All right.
So you can't tell.
Your contacts are up to some shady things. Kind of an invasion of privacy there, isn't it?
Pretty sure that's also breaking school rules.
You're breaking the law.
I'm pretty sure that's also breaking school rules.
Pay the quarter fine.
Well, I'll be sure to talk to my investigator and make sure that they know if they did anything.
Don't break it.
If they did anything untoward, I'll be sure to let them know that that's not how we operate here.
Gotcha. Anyway, yeah, the satanic symbols and the Latin words, right?
Yeah. So you do admit these were in your room, though.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting. Care to comment on their purpose? I mean, the desks are provided by the school, so it is a little bit destroying school property, but...
Oh, bold words from someone who breaks and enters.
Did you say
God, I
that?
wish Connor was in the room.
He is. Did you say that out loud?
Nope.
Okay.
Only in his head. Connor's gonna bide his time.
Connor uses bot.
He should have set up a signal beforehand.
Knocking on the floor.
All right, yeah. So she says, I'd care to comment.
Give Swissy a second.
No problem. This is all in bullet time, baby.
It's like, it's just like...
You're going into a fucking dialogue option for a second here, so you've got the thing, like, rotating as it becomes too long of an awkward pause.
Yeah, I getcha.
Like a BioWare game.
And, like, it's just her standing there awkwardly, like, behind the dialogue box, like, blinking every once in a while, staring at me.
And sort of shuffling back and forth.
And as I just sit there holding my chin, like,
She raises her hand to her chin.
Rad thought we could do a Pringles blood can divination thing. I know that sounds whack, but he got into my book and he wanted to kind of try some of the stuff out in it. All fictitious, of course, but you know. He got a little carried away. Not happy with it.
So Connor definitely hears that.
Here's what?
Wes say that Rad tried to do the Pringles blood divination and that he wasn't very happy about it.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, so she's like, all right, I believe that's everything I need from you. Yeah, if I have any other further questions, I'll be sure to contact you. And if you have anything else to say, you know where to find me.
In your room,
Right.
stealing things.
Taking things from you.
So am I hired? West jokes.
She leans forward very seriously for a second. She's like, do you want to work at the paper?
West ponders this for a second. West does not want to be in this situation again.
Never put me in a situation.
West leans in tandem. Sure.
No. No!
She looks excited and she's like, well, she actually like opens a desk drawer and hands you a form that she just like had prepared. It doesn't have like your name on it or anything, but you get the feeling that she's had this in there for a while because it's a little bit wrinkly. Just from like sitting there forever. It's like, well, if you want to transfer into my club, be sure to contact the headmistress and the office, the main office, and fill out this paperwork, and we can, I can vouch for you. We can get you all in here.
Oh, nice.
No,
I'll be sure to do that.
I would be happy to have anybody else to work with here besides my various contractors.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hard to keep up with all the facts working by yourself, you know.
She looks a little bit insulted like at this, and she's like, the MU Times would never publish anything besides facts, Mr. Wordsworth. Journalism is about truth. And she gives you a look, and she's like, well, I hope your application goes well, and I guess I'll get in contact with you if we need to meet up about anything with this story.
Sure thing. Sounds great.
All right. Well, I have some
normal guy.
I have some work to get done, so you can go ahead and get back to class, or whatever it is. Whatever it is you're doing.
You gonna be in this room for a while, just in case I need to come back and see you?
Yeah, I've got some like paperwork and stuff to do, so I might be in here for a bit.
Oh, okay. Like if we're talking hours, you know.
Yeah,
how long are you?
It could be hours. It's really hard to say. Just depends how long it takes, really.
Gotcha. Okay, Wes leaves.
All right.
Now Connor is in the situation.
Does Connor do anything, or is he just sort of? He's just sort of like, well,
This is all according to plan. Because now I get to see if she has any spies of her own come out of different cabinets.
Come out of the same cabinet. You were in there all along.
I begin waiting.
I believe Darkness from Pajama Sam was her spot.
In the meanwhile, I'm gonna regroup with Adva.
Yeah, you meet up with
I'm
Adva.
sure she probably has some choice words about my decisions.
I'm going to break your legs.
Oh, please don't.
I crack exactly one knuckle.
Scary thing is, I know you can.
I can do a lot of things.
Listen, I thought it'd be good to have, you know, some eyes on the inside, take the heat off of me and everybody else.
Telling her something that is factually untrue and is easily find outable is a bad idea.
Like what? What did I say?
You can easily look up who someone's legal guardian is. You know this, right?
Well, I mean, if they looked you up, what would they find?
Nothing. I don't have a legal document.
There you go.
That's just going to make it worse.
Is it? That's bad at paperwork. We can just say that. Or we have Nigel legally adopt you.
doesn't have legal paperwork.
Listen. What would you have expected me to say? Because here's the thing, you weren't much help on the radio. I'll be real.
That's because there wasn't time.
There was plenty of time. I scratched my chin for like a minute.
She waves her hand. Anyway,
Ah.
should I get Connor?
If you want, I'm kind of fine letting him simmer in this
Smash cut to Connor, who I imagine is kind of curled up in this cabinet. He's reaching for the cargo pants pocket that contains his jorts.
one. Oh no.
Oh no, he's gonna slurp.
He unvelcros the cargo pant pocket.
He drops it. Blood
Act-
spills out from the cabinet.
act under-
Everybody freaks out.
Connor, act under pressure.
Oh.
Can do.
Oh.
Oh,
Plus cool, baby.
Ah.
Yeah, you managed to very quietly unvelcro your your jorts pocket. Oh, you're probably not wearing jorts. It's winter. Your fucking cargo pants pocket.
Yeah. The jorts moon
Cargo
is the thing
jorts.
I'm trying to
yeah.
retrieve. I take off the straw. I poke it into the bag. I begin to drink my jorts.
Yeah, with that 10, she doesn't seem to notice.
Excellent.
She's just writing away in a notebook, and you see her actually well, I don't know if you can see out of the cabinet. I assume there's like a
The
crack or
cabinet's
something
propped
you can look
open
through.
for sure. He's not that smart. There's definitely the door's
Just-
cracked open, and he's just got one eye staring out as he drinks his jorts.
Yeah, you
man.
see her transferring some of her notes to a laptop. So she's jotting some stuff down and transferring it back and forth, basically.
Hard cut to Nigel getting a text saying, "Hey, your Adva's legal. Roll with it."
and then I also texted. Wait a sec, you can't. Listen,
can
I texted in the main group. Whatever Wes told you, it's a stupid and bad idea, and it's his fault.
Yeah, but you should roll with it because I already said it.
It's easily disprovable.
Not if we go through the proper steps.
You
Now
can't.
we make it fact.
You can't adopt someone who isn't documented.
Then
Wait,
we'll
you're an
document
illegal
you.
alien?
No, I was born in a cult.
Well, then
You
let's
could be-
document you.
You
We
might
can
be
do that,
documented,
right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell.
I'm sure
tell me
Nigel
more-
knows a
more
guy.
cult.
Maybe
Is this all of you texting back and forth? Despite the
Well,
fact
I mean, I'm right next to Adva, so I'm
Just
sure
what-
we're
Wes,
arguing.
well, Wes can't because his phone doesn't work with group texts.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
right.
probably just arguing face to face with Adva. We can just get you documented, and then he'll adopt you. It's great. You'll have a dad.
Connor
don't
pulls out his phone and begins responding to Adva's group messages, mainly with memes. They're not very helpful.
Sounds right.
Oh,
Anyway, I grab Wes by the collar and pull him
oh
away.
God, don't hurt me.
I pull him away from the door to the paper club, so hopefully they don't hear this.
Well, I figured you were further away than the goddamn door.
We were just I was hanging out outside the door, unless
Like
you were.
across the
I
hallway.
assumed we were.
I see. Cool.
For the sake of assumption, I'm going to say you were having a whisper yelling contest just
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
that couldn't be heard through the door.
I know, but if they come, one of her goons comes out of the door and sees the two of us whisper
her
yelling,
goons
it's
that
going
don't
to be
exist.
suspicious.
Fair.
Connor composes a tweet about how he's been thinking about the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe recently.
What is Connor's at?
Huh?
What is
American Connor.
Does anyone remember if I gave him a screen name in
I don't
his
think you
I
did.
MMO?
don't think you. I think you just.
Because it would probably all be the same. He's
I'm-
not
I-
very.
I
he's
think-
he's lazy.
I think it may have just been Connor, if I remember right. Because I
Oh
asked-
yeah,
I
it's
definitely
his
asked you.
own name but spelled differently. It's like Connor with a K.
Yep.
Nice.
Con44 3R.
In what world does a
Con
4
Air.
look like an N?
Anyway, I think
Ooh,
that. went
I
well.
got it. I got it because his name is Connor Caldwin. His @ is Connor FTW. Because for the win. So, yes, that's it. It's Connor FTW, but the
Alright.
Connor's a K, and that's also his @ on Twitter.
All right.
He just sends off that fire tweet.
It's very good for one person who can't read tweets and one person who probably doesn't have Twitter either.
Nope.
After a couple minutes, you get a mention from an account that I don't have a name for, but you surmise through context clues is Nigel. He just goes like, "Lol." And then Benson likes your tweet.
Aw,
Nice.
hell yeah.
He's always the first to like it, like as it goes
He
up.
likes all of your
Yes,
tweets.
he's a genius.
He likes all the family tweets. Yes.
He's so quick at it. It's incredible.
All right,
Oh, my.
so
Anyway, I
Oh,
think
you
that
know-
was a,
you know why
a
I got-
success.
you know why I got confused is because I did at one point put the name Stephanie in my notes for Stacy.
Ah.
Oh well. All right, so shortly after you all are going away, and while you're having this discussion about whether or not Nigel should adopt Adva, you actually all get a text from Nigel saying to come to the hideout and stop your tomfoolery.
Is Connor's phone on silent?
I assume so. Whose phone isn't on silent?
Well,
Accidents happen. Well, Connor.
What?
is your phone
Is your
on
phone
silent?
on
Silent.
I mean, I'd assume so.
Okay.
It's either silent or vibrate.
Yeah.
It's definitely not on ring.
Yeah. So
Fair.
yeah, you get this message too, and aren't immediately spotted.
So he said to stop fooling around and come back to the base.
Basically, yeah.
Anyway, I dragged Wes back to the base by his collar.
The whole way.
Ah.
The whole way.
Yes.
We've got to get to this base.
Anyway,
Anyway, what does Connor do?
Just kind
So
of.
we got to get. I got to.
Oh,
I
I throw a
I got to get to the base, huh?
Mhm.
Connor, do you need me to come and get you? I put in the group chat.
I have an idea. I reach into my other cargo pants pocket. I pull out my burner phone. I dial the school's main number.
No.
I tell them there's a bomb on campus.
Is this actually what you're doing?
I am tempted to. I don't know how else to get this person out of the room.
You could just wait.
Oh my God! You could just say, "Hey, I need. Can you get Stacy to the thing? She needs to go to the thing," and then they would make an announcement. But you do you, bud.
You know what? That's a
Bomb
good
threats and
idea.
all.
I'll steal that instead of the bomb threat. I'll
Thank you.
call the
God.
I'll call the front desk, disguising my voice by talking lower, saying that I am a relative of Stacy,
Stacy
What-
Pipper.
Veers.
whatever her last name was. She
Veers.
said it. Connor heard it.
Yep.
Stacy Fears, and we have a non-emergency but urgent message for her.
Okay. Why don't you roll to manipulate someone?
Oh fuck! That's I'm so
charm.
bad at that.
Also,
one.
you're trying to be quiet on the phone while also disguising your voice.
Correct.
Yes. It works
Well,
together.
because you're in a
I'm
hospital.
whispering.
Fine.
Manipulate's charm, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Damn, that was an 8.
Partial success, dude.
So no, 6 is a failure. So you gain XP.
I thought 6 to 7 was a partial.
Nope. 7 and 9.
Yeah, it's been 7 to 9.
Okay.
Yeah. Shame.
This is the only tabletop thing I do, so I can keep up with what the
It's a real shame that I don't have take another move from your own playbook, because I would just take the one that lets me turn into a fucking bat or or mist
And just yeet away, yeah.
and then just eat away. But I don't have those anymore. Damn, I
Alright.
could have increased my charm before doing this. Shit.
Do you still want to? You haven't leveled up in
No,
like
no,
3 sessions.
No. I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to save my. I think I want to do my level up on a gain a haven, so that Connor's house can have a have an official haven rooms or something like that.
I see.
Because we go there a lot.
Right. It's sort of your like secondary base. Yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta think about it. Nope. I'll just deal with that.
All right. So the failure is your as you're like talking on the phone about this, the person on the other end goes like, "Okay, we'll be sure to let her know." And you're like, "Cool, great, thanks." And as you hang up, the cabinet door swings open as Stacy walks over and opens it, having heard you make this phone call. Just like,
I knock her. I clean her clock.
all right, you're just gonna knock her out.
Oh,
Yep.
All right.
Bro, that's my boss.
What if instead you just once she opens it, you just pull it closed? Then I teleport and I teleport you out. She opens it again. You're gone.
How would I communicate that all with you?
I did just text you in the group chat. Do you need me to come and get you?
You want me to? No. This is.
I would let Connor deal with the repercussions of Connor's actions.
Okay.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
If
It's fine.
it is the
Yeah, so
result.
I wasn't even.
I rolled to kick some ass.
No, I wasn't even gonna make you roll to kick some ass because like this is just a fucking normal person. You'd fucking knock her out instantly.
All right, great.
Oh.
I roll
You
out
fucking
of the cabinet.
you fucking super speed up to like standing position and fucking neck chop her and knock her unconscious.
God damn.
All right, perfect.
You don't
perfect,
see
perfect.
a thing. Should never
I
see
bundle
a
her up in her
goddamn
trench
man.
coat. And I
Okay.
huck her over my shoulder. And I
Okay.
go out the window.
Okay.
Huh? Huh? You do what?
I gotta take her with me, dude. She's a witness.
What?
I'm going to.
Are you stupid?
I'm gonna roll out the.
She didn't say you do it.
I'm genius.
You
I
got her out.
know. She saw in the split second. I need to take her with me.
Oh my
Are you
God.
seeing? Do you think that she didn't see me? There's no way.
She hurt you.
If I saw somebody for a split second, then got knocked out the next split second, I would not recall them.
We can't take that
You
chance.
don't know that. All right. So yeah, you.
Bundled up in the trench coat. I roll out the window.
All right.
Are there bushes that I can be crouched in for a second?
I
Sure.
have so many regrets.
Sure.
All right. I scan quickly. How close am I to like off-school campus, and how many people are in between there and here?
Okay. So there are no
Like,
people.
where's the nearest patch of woods?
There are no people. The nearest patch of woods is actually pretty close. You're on like this room was on like one of the sides of the school. It wasn't on like the front, so that's good.
Oh, perfect. I sprint for the forest.
Okay. Yeah, with your
I pour on the speed.
with your preternatural speed, I think you just do it. So yeah, you're in the woods now.
All right, I loop around. I go through the woods out of sight until I can get around to where the hideout is, because I know that's kind of off on its own.
Hey,
Yeah.
Josh, what's your plan here, bud?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think
it's
Josh
pretty
has
obvious.
one. Connor's got this. I don't know that Josh does.
Yeah, no, Connor's chill, dude. He's got this figured out. Can I
Suddenly,
just like?
everything I did during that interview.
Can I
is the
can I
best
loop
thing that's
around,
happened.
taking the long path to the hideout?
Sure.
Suddenly, my fuck ups don't look so bad.
Do you want to like does Adva want to be dragging West up to the hideout as Connor comes running out of the woods with a trench coat bundle over his shoulder?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. All right, so Adva, right as you reach the door, you hear the shuffling of leaves as Connor comes sprinting out of the woods with something bundled over his shoulder.
Which is super fast. Can we have what happens is Adva opens the door and I sprint through the open door and just yell over my shoulder, "Yeah, I just saw me, I had to knock her out."
What?
I'm down the
Wes responds
stairs.
exactly as I do.
All right, so yeah,
Louder than he's ever yelled in his entire young adult life.
God, this is a good show.
Wes breaks away from Adva and takes off at a fucking sprint towards the fucking shack
Down the stairs.
in a panic.
No, you guys were at the front of the shack. After opened the door to the shack, and I sprinted past through the open door and went down the stairs.
Yeah.
Now the stairs don't exist while the door is
the shack
open.
nonetheless.
Oh fuck! Then Connor's awkwardly standing inside. I guess.
Just in the middle of the room, waiting for the stairs to be like, come on, come on, come on.
As West enters, his head is already in his hands, and he doesn't know what to do.
Listen, it's fine. Nigel's.
Is it?
No, we can just erase from memory. Nigel knows.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that comes
that's
with its own complications because
That's why I
she's a
brought her
reporter.
with me.
Yeah.
That's okay. I knocked her out. I kind of bundled it up in this trench coat too, so anyone saw us, it just looked like I'm carrying a pile of trench coats.
All right,
Something
so-
in West snaps in this moment.
Cop it up.
So as
Stop it,
as
stop.
Adva closes
You
the
can
door,
see it in his eyes. They just suddenly dim a little bit.
They do that anime
And he just
thing
goes a
where they
little
just close-
slack-jawed, and his arms fall to his sides, and he's like, "You're so stupid."
Where all the shading goes away in the eyes.
Listen, just close the
Exactly.
door. We need close. Come on, man. I need to get downstairs.
You're fucking stupid.
We need to get this lady restrained.
She,
So she was really easy to knock out.
you did. Ah!
Where's Nigel? Where is Nigel?
downstairs.
Okay.
You gotta
Get
close the door, Adva.
West is in shock still, so he's not doing
All
shit
right,
right now.
I pull the hidden lever that triggers the stairs.
Yep, stairs exist now. The stairs go chunk, 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 chunk as they lower.
I jog down the stairs to the basement.
Jesus
As
Christ.
you enter the basement, Nigel turns to you from something he was working on one of the counters, like, "Oh hey, I've got some." And then he sees the fucking, he sees the person over your shoulder, and he's like, "Again?"
Wake me from this nightmare.
Listen, Nigel. All right.
Can't wake up.
She saw me hiding in the cabinet. She knows too much.
What?
He's
Wes
so
can
dumb.
explain.
Nigel!
I need a quick snack.
Nigel, he's so dumb.
I dump her on the couch, and I head into the kitchen.
We got away with everything. We were off scot-free, and he's so dumb.
You just hear cabinets opening.
Nigel's like, "Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need some
Can't
context."
just erase. God
Connor
damn it.
comes back in eating wheat thins.
I'm gonna need some context for a lot of things right now.
Connor hit it.
Who is-
Well,
Number one, who is this?
That's my boss.
Beers.
It's the president of the Paper Club, the only member also.
Okay. Why is she here?
Because
'Cause
Connor.
Connor's stupid.
Cabinet.
Why were you hiding in the
I thought-
cabinet?
Because he's stupid.
We couldn't get him to stop. We both told him not to, but he hid in there while Wes did the interview.
What? Well, okay, let's pursue that. Wes, what were you being interviewed about? I don't think you told Nigel about this. Is why I'm like,
We did.
We were. It turned out fine until now, but we were being interviewed about the theater incident because somebody saw me with the freaking thing doing the thing.
Someone saw him.
He means the log that he was levitating,
Shut up!
I see.
like out in the open. That's what Mr. Anger Pants is over here mad about.
I see. Okay.
But anyways, during the interview, Adva was listening in over a headset, and I was hiding out in a nearby cabinet.
For some reason.
Oh, in case you need a backup, dude.
For what? I wasn't gonna fight her, but apparently you were.
Listen, we're getting there. So anyways, he kind of bumbled his way through the interview, but it mostly went all right. He joined the club, then they left, and we got the text to come meet up here, and I needed a distraction. I I initially thought about calling in a bomb threat, but I thought that was too severe. So I instead called claiming to be a family member of Stacy, and that I had a message to give her and she should come to the office. That was going to work until she heard me talking on the phone in the cabinet.
Launch.
All right. Well, shit. Okay.
So she opened it up and I knocked her out with a neck chop.
Put her back.
And
Put her
then-
back.
No, she almost did. No. What did she? She almost certainly saw me.
Put her back. She didn't. She won't
So
remember.
I
You
took her
knocked
with
the fuck
me.
out.
She was gonna erase her memory.
So
and
you
shit,
just
you know?
you just like ran through the halls?
No. I went out the window.
You
What, do you
broke.
think I'm stupid?
You
You
broke
have
the.
kidnapped a person.
You broke the window.
I thought they opened.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I didn't. It was unclear to me whether you opened the window or broke it.
Oh, broke through it. No, he would have slid it open if it slides open. If he
Okay.
didn't, then he did break it.
Yeah, it's yeah, okay. So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you just opened the window.
There
Oh.
is an open window there now, but what can you do? Just didn't close it.
Well, yeah, it was on.
Yeah, and then I landed some bushes and I sprinted through the woods. You know?
Wes by now has taken a seat somewhere. He's just like kneeling over, head in his hands.
Oh, that's a good point. I rummage around the storeroom for some handcuffs and slap them on Stacy.
Why?
And- so she can't fight us.
She's knocked out. She's gonna be out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
She
I'll.
got punched by a vampire. Her lights are gone.
I guess.
It's true.
I guess I will stay here to take care of this. Oh boy. All right. Y'all need to stop kidnapping people. If I had, if I had a dime for every time you three kidnapped someone and brought them here, I would have 2 dimes, which is not a lot, but it should not have happened 2 times.
Connor's laughing in character, by the way. But listen. They're both extremely necessary. There's nothing we could have done. So, unfortunately, this is just where we are now.
Well, I guess
Sure is.
Through no one's specific actions or inactions, just as a group, through the
That's a fucking lie.
circumstances we found ourselves in, this happened a second time. And may happen a third.
we can only hope.
For the third arc of Maplebrook, if you draw West again, he is gonna be so distressed.
He has so many lines on his face now.
He's aged 6 years.
All right, so I did. Let's put all that aside for the moment. I guess I'll. We got some.
How will that mess with what happened today? Am I gonna get interviewed again because I've done the interview? How far back is this erasure gonna go?
I don't know. Was she like taking notes during the interview or anything?
Yes.
That's a genius idea. She's not in the room right now. Let's go trash her notes.
What? You told me not
Yeah.
to trash her things last time.
Well, that was before. That was because I assumed that we were going to be able to talk our way out of this. But then, circumstances, fate, can't escape it, all that. And now we have to wipe her memory anyways. Bing, bang, boom. We take some of her notes and her laptop,
That's so fucked.
throw it in the river.
All right, that's a little extreme.
I'll
She'll
buy
know
her
those
a
are
new
gone.
one.
She'll know she's owned a laptop.
Fine, we'll just wipe the files.
I am in disbelief.
This is a prime opportunity. I'm very excited about this development now.
I think I might just go live in the forest with Pacific.
You should. You can hang out with Paul.
Yeah, Paul's way better than you.
I
He
know.
doesn't kidnap
I
people.
agree. He is fucking massive. What an absolute unit.
Ouch.
He's probably crazy.
At least Paul doesn't kidnap people.
Now, you don't
He
know
might.
that. You're assuming
Wes
a lot about his
thinks about
character.
this for a second.
Paul
Thinks
Bunyan
about
is
the
a
fact that his
serial
sister
killer.
was missing for a while.
Paul has been eating people in
Liz-
the woods for 30 years.
Listen. I don't know. Unfortunately, I didn't develop the powers that let you turn into a bat or mist. So I couldn't think of another way out of the cabinet.
I offered to get you.
You see, I'll be honest. I got that text as she opened the door.
Mm.
Didn't really have time.
All right. Well, I guess we'll figure out what to do about this. I did call you here because we have some leads on your, actual investigation thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's just
so
one thing on top of another, isn't it? There's monsters here. There's monsters there. There's people interviewing me about the monsters. I don't know shit about monsters. I'm just a normal guy.
It's okay.
Cool.
We're gonna solve that by wiping her memory and stealing her personal property.
so
Wes has
Dracula
an aneurysm.
Wes dies. Wes dies of a heart attack.
And that's season
Wes
finale.
releases
Thanks for
the-
watching, everybody. See you back next week for Pokemon.
All
I
right,
feel
so
around to see if I've got another Jorts Moon.
I assume you
Fair.
do.
You've only had one, I think.
Ah, nice.
Alright. So, a couple things. Dracula and Rena have made a joint effort to sort of like track down the perpetrator of these things, since both the werewolves and the vampires have been targeted. It's sort of something that they both want taken care of. They've contacted the Gabriel Church as well, considering that, the Gabriels are another large supernatural family in town. It's possible that they will be targeted as well. And actually, in that sort of vein, there's a strange figure that matches the description of the one that you guys saw at the Moonlight Run, who's been seen near the church.
That doesn't sound.
It does not. So there's a couple of things about all of this that that are troubling. I don't know if we want to kind of like... I know you're sort of dealing with something right now, but if we kind of want to go back over what we have, I have a couple concerns, and we can see if any of us can sort of figure it out. So, thus
Might as
far,
well.
their willingness to make attacks in broad daylight has made this incident troubling, to say the least.
Yeah.
Things like what's happening now with you guys are probably going to keep happening if we don't put a lid on this, like, quick.
That's what I'm thinking.
As such, Rena has brought in the part of the police force that she has influence over, being a Lupin, and having most of the police force in this town being Lupins. They're trying to, like, head this one off at the pass as much as possible, but we still can't really prevent the general public from seeing stuff. So, yeah. Kind of any thoughts, notes about the hunt? Anything you would like to bring to the table right now to sort of go over would be useful.
Do we have any notes? It's been a while. It has been.
Well, we know
That's-
there's some sort of crazy doctor guy, probably based on what West saw, who is doing some sort of crazy ritual and or science that is stealing vampire or werewolf powers from someone and then putting them into a different vampire and or werewolf, causing vampire werewolf hybrids, which cannot be attacked by normal vampires and werewolves because of the covenant that binds them from against attacking each other.
Yes. I know all these things.
Right. Well, yeah.
Right, I was telling them to Nigel.
We're sort of like we're sort of doing a series recap on this season of Maplebrook to sort of go back over our notes and see if we can discover anything new that may help us to fight and defeat this Mad Doctor character.
Thanks, Nigel.
You're welcome. I haven't done as much investigating on this one as y'all have, so this is sort of your purview.
We have his theoretical handprint, but I don't think that helps us.
Yeah, if it has his fingerprints, it might help.
Well, no, it was on the arm of that one werewolf.
Hmm.
Remember, you guys snapped a picture of it. It was slightly bigger than West's handprint. That's basically all we had on that.
That's not very helpful. That could be anybody.
Well, I'm listing notes, Miss Sassy Pants. You've said nothing.
That's because I was busy
With what?
Huh?
with what's her name? Connor's cousin, probably.
Oh, right.
I was
Yeah.
helping.
I forgot her name too. It's like
On that guy.
Marlene or something.
Barley, I
Mar-
don't remember.
It
Someone-
that might be right because I remember
It's Marlene now.
It was
Oh
a
yeah,
familiar-
Marlene.
Marlene.
yeah. I was while you were guys as
She's
as
just
I
a
recall.
person now.
Yeah.
Actually, you're the one who took a photo of the handprint.
I pulled up my phone. Yeah. How about that? Look at that. I say showing the. I show the picture.
I know
to
it's only
Nigel.
been 2 or 3 days, but it feels like months, doesn't it?
And it's the
I know,
handprint
right?
next to my handprint, or my hand rather, so we know the size of it roughly.
Marlene. That's where I got that name from.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
scroll to see if I wrote it down anywhere. Because I'm
I think Josh is actually right because I remember it being a
I thought
familiar
it
name.
had a C in it, like Maurice or something.
Maureen.
No, it's not
Maurice.
It's
Maureen.
definitely like MAR. I think is fairly.
Marcy.
It was
I'm
Maur-
fairly confident in that.
It was Maureen.
Mackle.
It was what?
Maureen.
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 I was real close.
Anyway.
Called Maurice. Oh wow, I can't whistle. That's unfortunate.
All right.
Anyway, about the scientist and the vamp wolves.
It seems that based on what Dracula told me, that they're still weak to silver as as werewolves and vampires both would be. So if we do come across any more hybrids, we can at least like sort of do that. But they do seem to. I don't know if it's a result of like the power of having both things, but like they seem to be stronger and angrier than they were before they were sort of gifted new power.
That checks out.
Yeah, that corroborates with what I've been told by y'all so far. There's not really. I wish we had more evidence, but like, I mean, I guess we know that silver will work on them if we find anything, but that doesn't really help us with the doctor themselves.
Well, we've only seen him once. Did he do anything, West? You just kind of stood there while you smoke bombed yourself.
Kind of stood there menacingly, and then I did smoke him up. I'm not very good at this, Anthony.
No, not really.
Have you
But anyways, we know he's got a gas mask, so gas-based attacks won't work.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Connor, or no, sorry, West, roll plus sharp for me real quick. I'm gonna see if you can remember something that I don't remember if I described or not.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
This is something you're good at. So
Got
yeah.
him.
Yeah. So, you remember as they were walking away that they seemed to have some sort of like backpack with 4 tubes of colored liquids also as they like turned to walk away when you were when you noticed them.
I had a
My
backpack
God.
with some tubes of colored liquids now.
It's Baba Yaga.
John Wick?
My God.
Anyway, I tell them that.
All right, so it sounds like they could have some sort of. I mean, if we stick to the Mad Doctor theme, it could be some kind of like chemical weapon.
Probably.
Yeah.
They'll probably
Something
throw him at us.
something to be careful of.
Oh God, yeah. What if that's what's switching people's things? Like, imagine that being used on us. I don't want to be in Connor, like, mode.
Well,
I'm sorry, what? Connor. Phrasing.
Well, if this thing seems to like take supernatural powers, I don't know what it would take from you, but it would be pretty bad if it took it from Adva or Connor, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be one of those paper thin humans.
Thanks.
Kidding me? They get
Yeah, it
knocked
kind
out
of
so
sucks
easily.
actually in regards to just the basic going-ons of this town.
Yeah. Plus, what would I do? I'm not. It's probably gonna find this Jort's Moon revolting.
Yeah.
I love Jort's Moon.
Anyway.
All right. Well, I mean, I wish we had more than that, but I think that's everything we've got. I guess we'll just kind of have to play it by ear as much as possible. And like as he's saying this, he gets a text message, and he looks at his phone. And hold up, I have this written down. No, sorry. Nigel gets a phone call, and he's like, "Oh, it's Rena. Hold on, I have to take this." And he kind of like walks over to the like kitchenette area and starts like mumbling something over the phone. And Connor, you get a text from Dracula also. And the text says that a vampire has gone missing in the last hour or so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, fucking damn it. I relay this to everyone.
That's not good. We know when we absolutely know what's going on with that though. Where were they? Who were they?
They were interviewing a person named West Wordsworth
And
when they suddenly disappeared.
I don't think she's a vampire.
And then as Nigel comes back and he's like, "That was Rena. She said that a werewolf has disappeared in the last hour or so."
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, Dracula just texted me that a vampire's gone missing, so we're gonna have another one.
Shit. Well, all right. They said last I heard, our intelligence said that like this like doctor figure was last seen by the Gabriel Church. Maybe they're planning something there.
Okay.
I guess
I guess we should go.
I have to stay with our new convict, I guess. But like, you three should get going.
Okay.
Just don't like brain damage her or something. I'm not sure how that shit works. Just
I'm pretty sure they take them to the Gabriels. I think that's what.
Yeah, do you think that angel people are brain damaging people? Come on. Come on.
Church is pretty brain damaged.
You worry too much. I clap West on the back a little too hard.
Knocking him over.
West elbows Connor in the gut. It does nothing, I'm sure.
See, there you go.
Iron gut.
It hurts emotionally.
I'll get a head start and grab those notes and laptop.
Must we now?
Connor
at
sprints.
this very moment? Okay. There he goes.
I feel like this is not the best time.
Yeah, but he's gone.
Sure is. Anyway, do you want to go to a church?
Sure.
Okay,
Might as well.
cool.
Let's do it.
I grab West and teleport.
Okay. So
Faster than taking an Uber.
it is true.
You gotta roll.
Faster
You have
than
to.
any
You have to
Benson.
roll because you're taking somebody else, though.
I was hoping because it wasn't a stressful situation, I could away with it.
Nope.
Nope.
It's
Hey.
not. It's literally that's the only limit on the power
It's the
is
law.
that you have to roll if
Second.
Stop! You have
you take
violated the
someone
law.
with you.
It's-
Otherwise, it's just
Why does it have to be a weird roll?
because it's fucking weird. What do you
Why?
think?
West is pretty weird. Can I help?
You think it's tough that you're teleporting?
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's real tough. Oh, that's a
Wow,
single
that doesn't
digit.
What?
Oh
Wait,
no!
West's arm comes off and goes
Holy
with Adva.
shit!
West
Holy
stays there.
shit! Hey, you get to market experience though.
I do.
You do get to mark experience, but it just
What does that mean?
it means
There
it-
is
This
no.
was just a casual teleport, a cash port.
Yeah, but
I
I
think-
think it
I
just
think
means
this-
it doesn't work.
I think this just means it doesn't work. Yeah, like you try to teleport to the church and you just can't.
My negative energy is really throwing her off.
Hey,
And
Trees,
you're-
my teleport isn't working.
Are you
What's? I thought.
interesting?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Trace is interesting. Perhaps the church has some sort of ward on it to prevent intrusion by magic.
That's
Oh
unfortunate.
fuck, that's a smart reason, isn't it?
She gets out her phone.
All right.
Hey, Wes, do you have money?
No.
Okay.
Do you have money?
Unfortunately.
There you go. Then.
She just didn't want to pay for it.
Do you know how expensive Uber is? I'm a college student.
I'll buy you ramen sometime.
How far have I gotten in my
It's better be
math
authentic.
for the
So-
college?
So which way are you going? Are you going to try to get back in the window, or are you going through the
Yes,
school?
I'm exactly backtracking so I can sprint full speed through the forest without people
Running
seeing me.
backwards.
All right. So how are you going to get up to the window? Because as far as I know, you don't have like super jumping.
Wait, what? I thought we were on the ground floor. Are we not?
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right. All right. Yeah. So you just fucking you climb
I
through the
just kinda-
bushes
kinda
back into the
pull up.
window.
All right, I roll back in. I know I saw her main notes and the laptop. I grabbed those for sure. Can I like quickly look around the desk to see if there's other notes related to this?
How about you act on? Well, Let's see what qualifies here. I guess act under pressure, yeah. Because you're sort of on a timetable. You don't want anyone to see you doing this.
Hey, that's a
All right, on a 10
success.
plus, you do what you set it out to do. So yeah, you find in the desk, you end up finding some additional like notes about this case. Like she's labeled it basically as like theater incident or whatever. You take her whole ass folder on this thing, and you just take it with
Ew.
you.
All right, sweet. I shove it all in my backpack.
All right, you have all this stuff in your backpack now.
I roll out the window.
All right.
Did you grab her laptop?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the first
Okay.
thing I said.
Okay.
I closed the window this time.
All
Did you
right.
grab any external hard drives?
Just a
Well,
laptop.
I assume that would have
Didn't
gotten caught in my searching around
Yeah,
the desk.
In your 11, it was a complete success. So yeah, you grabbed everything you think might be related.
Cool.
Yeah. If there's something like that she has outside of this room, not my prerogative right now.
Like if it's backed up to cloud storage or something, there's not much you can do to like steal that.
Ooh.
Time to go
emails.
to Apple and break all their servers.
I call
Ooh, her
Adva.
emails.
What's up?
I got the stuff.
Cool. Take it back to Nigel, I guess.
What?
We're on
Don't
our
we
way-
need to go?
We're on our way to the church already.
Yeah, I already texted Benson. Wait,
Well,
where are you guys?
We're at the church.
We're in an Uber.
Yeah, we're in an Uber.
Ah, well, shit. Well, then I don't have time for Benson.
Are you
I
gonna run?
walk- I hang up.
He hung up. I'm afraid.
I jog at a human pace to the woods, and then I begin sprinting again.
All right, yeah. So you circle the outskirts of town until you arrive at the closest point that you can run through the town at human speed to the church. And coincidentally, you managed to, because I appreciate the convenience, you managed to get there at roughly the same time that Adva and West's Uber drops them off in front of the church. And Connor
Yeah, but they have
actually,
to, like, stop for stop sign stuff.
yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, so actually, as you're like running up here, you catch a familiar sight in the distance, like pulling away, and you recognize it as your mother's Audi, just like turning down the road opposite. Like it was coming down this
Son
road.
of the
that
bitch! My mom was acting weird before.
Yeah,
Connor yells
you see-
aloud to no one.
Yeah, you basically see her car like off in the distance. It was driving down this road, and then it hangs a left back into town, basically.
Connor will remember this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, so Connor has arrived looking winded,
A little bit.
a little winded.
He's breathing. He's like,
He's been running everywhere today.
All right, yeah. So as you
Anyway,
roll
we're
up,
here
you
as
see
well.
you actually see that the door of the church is open.
Hmm.
Well,
oh, hey, you guys made it. Nice. So
Let's
my
do
mom
this.
was just driving away.
cool.
No, as in she was acting weird before, too. She didn't come
Oh,
home
she
until
was?
like fucking 4 a.m. on the night of the wedding.
I think your
After
mom's
she
a-
left
That's
early. Remember,
That's not-
I had that
that's
point where I said
somewhat
I
sus.
suspect my mother.
He did say that. Anyway, not the time. Keep it in mind. We're going in the church. Don't burn up.
All right, sick. I waltz on in.
All right. Yeah. You all
I follow.
rush into the church.
Russian.
All right. So as you enter the church, it looks more or less the same as it was the first time you came here to meet Faye Gabriel. Except it's getting a little bit later into the afternoon now, so it's kind of sort of like orange hued in here, coming through all the stained glass windows and everything. And at the altar, you can see 3 figures. Otherwise, this building is empty. At the altar, you see 2 of the figures are slumped over against the altar, and there's kind of a blue mist hanging in the air.
Hmm.
They have the telltale characteristics of angels. They both have like long blonde hair, and they both look pretty tall, although they're like leaned over against it, so it's hard to tell. The third figure is leaning in towards the one on the left with its left hand outstretched. The figure is wearing a pristine white lab coat over some sort of dark hazmat suit that covers their entire body. There's a metal.
That's the bitch. Yes, West yells.
There's a metal container on their back that has 4 glass tubes filled with colored liquids. The colors, if you're curious, are blue, green, red, and purple. And they have a gas mask that covers their entire face. And they are currently reaching towards one of these angels. That's what you
I
see.
summon gun and I shoot him.
All right. Would either of the other two of you like to act in this moment to try to do something?
I'm gonna flick.
Yep.
I flick my earrings as a precaution. I'm gonna wait for Connor's gun to go off because I'm very close ranged and I want to see what happens first.
So actually, Connor,
I guess I summoned my spear also.
Because it is not in range to attack you back, I was actually going to make this an act under pressure because you're trying to like either.
Oh, sure.
Well, okay, that depends actually. Are you trying to get its attention to help these other 2 people, or are you trying to harm them?
It gets attention.
Okay, so that would actually put it. Stop rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would actually be a help out, which I think is cool anyway, so that works. All right, so yeah. Or sorry, it would be a protect someone, which is tough, but I'm pretty sure you're good at that too, so it's fine.
I'm not. Doesn't matter. I'll just keep fucking rolling them, baby.
All right, so yeah.
Josh,
Try to stop me.
So on a 10+, you choose basically you prevent harm to another character rolled plus tough. So you're trying to help these people not have whatever is about to happen to them happen to them.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to turn around and be like, woo.
All right, so yeah, on a 10+, you choose an extra. You suffer little harm, -1 harm. That may not apply here. All impending danger is now focused on you. I feel like that might be what you go for.
Ooh.
You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back. So yeah, I'm assuming you want that second one.
Yeah, I call him a fart knocker.
You summon gun and shoot towards them, and it dings off a part of their backpack, but that is enough to get them to like stumble forward a step and then turn back towards you menacingly. And it is now it now has the sight of you 3. Did the other 2 of you want to do anything?
Try to yank his mask off with my little wand here. There's a levitate on his mask and just go yoink.
Okay. Act under pressure, I guess.
That's some Looney Tunes ass way to fight. I like it.
When do I take my level ups, by the way? Whenever?
Yeah, whenever. What do you want?
We've been doing it.
What do you want to take?
Well, I have increased my sharp by 1 then.
Sure.
So let's hit it, gamers.
7 to 9. Give you a worse outcome. Hard choice.
It lets you put your sharp to +3.
Yeah. +3 is the max.
That's fucking rad. All my shit caps out at +2.
Haha.
I mean,
yeah,
I do have. 3
yeah, there.
weird
I do see. I do see some of them that say max +3, and other ones say max +2. So maybe it's dependent on class.
It is. If it's for me, it's because I start with 3 weird. I assume.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you're. Okay, what I'm going to give you is you managed to do it. So you yank off this figure's gas mask, and underneath the gas mask, there's not like a human face under there. It's just like void.
A smaller gas mask.
A what?
No, it's just like void.
Wait.
It's empty. There's nothing.
Oh.
There's nothing under there. So, you now gather that this is not a human person you are dealing with.
Thank God. That means gun will work.
All right, and this creature starts like moving towards the 3 of you, like kind of where the mask would have been, is sort of like darting around the room wildly. This creature doesn't seem to have eyes, so like now that it doesn't have the gas mask on, you can't really like ascertain where it's looking necessarily, but it is like looking around as far as you can tell.
Yo, I was expecting fucking Scooby-Doo up in here gonna be somebody but nope.
Nope.
It was nice.
Nope, it's a monster. All right, Adva,
disconcerting.
Adva, did you want to do anything else?
I was asking Treese to identify it.
This signature matches the unknown signatures I have been detecting as of late. I believe this is the target of your current hunt. The energy signature is unknown.
That's not helpful.
It's not a fucking Pokedex, Adva.
It does seem to
I don't
have
know
some
what
sort
that-
of it does seem to have some sort of chemicals on its back. I would advise against getting any of these on or near you.
Fair.
Chemical
Nice.
chemical analysis of the air near the altar reveals that one of these chemicals was used to subdue the two angels you see before you.
Okay, well.
Hmm.
That's what Teresa's got.
Hmm.
It's an approachy. What do you want to do?
Hang on. I can buy us some time, but you'll need to buy me time first.
Okay.
Okay.
I sprint out of the building.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
Well,
I want to
I guess
begin
we're here now.
climbing the outside of the of the church.
what?
Okay.
Does this thing do anything in response? I
Why? Well, it was focused on Connor, so it does start trying to like run out towards him, but it would.
Whoa there, bud.
It will have to
Whoa,
get past
whoa,
you
whoa.
two. So if you'd like to do something about that,
I want to intercept it and like try to like stave it with the trident.
do you want to try to like none shall pass it like you did with the werepire before?
Yeah.
Put up a barrier of some kind, basically, to prevent it from moving.
Well, yeah. Or like I step in front of its path and like point the trident at it. So if it keeps going, it is going to impale itself.
All right. Sure. Roll to. I guess you're trying to protect Connor, I suppose.
Okay.
Technically, so
What
roll
is
plus
that?
tough. Like you're not actively attacking it, is the thing. You're just
I'm
trying
good
to
at
stop
tough.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Boy.
Oliver, give me my dice back.
No, I've been having a
Not
good
enough,
time.
apparently. Okay, so like as
Whatever,
you
that's a level up.
as you hold up this trident, it
That means we're all like one level away from finally getting our advanced moves.
it pulls a as it's running, it pulls a tube out from one of these vials on its back. It's got a needle on the end of it, and it sticks it into its own like shoulder, and you see that arm get absolutely massive, and it just swats.
Big arm.
And it swats you aside. This was the red liquid, by the way.
Swat.
Okay.
And it
Damn.
swats you aside for 2 harm, but I believe you ignore some of that because you turned on your armor.
I turn on my shields.
Right, yeah, so it
that's fine.
gets past you. Does West want to do anything now?
Yeah, man. Fuck. Shit. Got.
Yeah, Adva gets like blasted backwards into the pews.
Oh, it's
Wes
just like
watches
a
this happen,
fucking
realizes
acid
how close of proximity he is to what just happened, backs up a little.
Half of the arm. I shot from the pew pile.
Yeah, so how much harm did you take? Is your thing 2 armor or 1?
One.
One.
So I took
You
harm.
take 1 harm, yep.
I'm just gonna, gonna try and, shit, I don't know what to do. Did it turn it all away from me when it did this, or no?
It's still like facing outwards. It's like ignoring you more or less.
So it just like swatted, yeah. But it's back to me is what I'm asking mainly.
Did it make it? If it made it past you, like if Adva and you were standing like side by side, then yes, it's facing away from you now.
I'm gonna stab it with my blessed knife from behind. Though.
Okay.
Hang on, I gotta look. When you ambush. Okay, so that's if I succeed. Okay.
All right.
So
So
tough.
kick some ass. Because that's definitely what you're trying to do. Nope, it fails.
Oh!
So you try to stab it in the back, and you misjudge it, and it kind of like dings off of its backpack, and it does stop, and it turns towards you, and it smacks you. It smacks you with this arm also, hard,
Hi. Ah!
and you get smacked backwards to the other side of the church, where you crash into some pews for also 2 harm, but you do not have armor.
Ow. I'm also unstable now.
Uh-oh.
What?
I was hurt from last time, apparently. I had 2
Happened
harm
last-
for some reason. Can't remember why.
Probably from the. I don't know if you ever rested after like the Jeffany fight, or whatever fight.
I didn't. We went straight from there to somewhere else.
Hmm.
All right.
Unless I rested between that and the interview.
All right. So this thing does make it outside and starts looking around for Connor. Connor, what were you doing? Trying to climb the building?
Succeeding climbing the building.
Assassin's Creed style.
Oh, it made it outside?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not-
because we both
They
fucked
both
up.
failed.
Give us our dice.
Damn it. I was gonna jump in through the window, but this works too.
Yeah. So
I
you're.
fucking Assassin's Creed leap off of the church. Would you describe this as
Reckless.
making a showy entrance into a dangerous situation,
I
and
would.
also charging into immediate danger without hedging my bets?
I would describe it as both of those things. Yeah.
Excellent. So I'm holding 2, but I want to first to use, and I think we've clarified that I cannot use the hold 2 on the big entrance
Right.
because it's not an act under pressure. But I first want to do my big entrance. So I want to fucking tuck and roll, stopping in front of this thing and begin monologuing at him.
All right.
So first I got to roll cool. On a 7 to 9, pick one person or monster to stop, watch, and listen until you finish talking.
All right. So
I pick the doctor,
You pick the Mad Doctor with the big ol' arm.
and I say, "Now listen here, Buckaroo. Do you know where you are right now? You're in a fucking house of God, and that's just not cool, man. Because God loves us all." That's a good image. It's actually incredibly accurate. God loves us all, and you're taking this love and you're squandering it. You can't just be waltzing on in here, la-di-da-di-da, look at me, I'm going to violate the sanctity of this sanctum. Just because you've got some cool void face. And what's even the deal with that? Can't even have a normal face like any other monster we fought. No, Mr. Special Pants over here's got to have his void face. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll just call you, void face. Fucking rolling into this church acting like you own the bitch, knocking people out with your chemicals when you could be doing anything else. You could be eating a box of Cheerios. You ever had Cheerios? They've got a new flavor out. It's pumpkin spice. It's the flavor of the season. But you don't even care about that, do you? You motherfucking goddamn stupid ass void face rolling on in here, disrespecting my pumpkin spice Cheerios. Yeah, I know pumpkin spice is overdone, but that's because it's good, right? Because you've got the cinnamon flavors
Are you
in there. Maybe
expecting me to stop
nutmeg.
you at some point? Like, what's your plan?
Well, normally I just do this while everyone else recovers and comes up with something.
Yeah. So while he's doing this, would either of the two of you like to? Now you are outside on the not on the street exactly, but like on the front steps of the church at this point.
Is it like looking is it back to us or towards us?
It's
I'm assuming it's looking at Connor.
yeah, it's looking. Well, that depends.
Okay,
Connor,
so-
did you jump pointing it towards the street or pointing it towards the church?
Point it towards the street.
Okay.
Yes.
This is my
Okay.
imagination.
Yeah.
It's time. Chokehold. I'm gonna come up behind it and choke it with my holy hands.
You're pulling
Okay.
a Piccolo on this guy. I see. Piccolo
Yeah,
on the-
Connor
You,
did
you
last
do
time.
default to that a lot instead of just stabbing them.
It didn't work. So we're gonna get our hands around it to hopefully immobilize it and also cut off its void supply. I don't know.
You didn't
All
think
right.
about this.
No, but whatever. I'm trying to immobilize it.
Okay.
As you come right out of the church, Connor's like, and they've got new pumpkin spice lattes all the time. Not just pumpkin spice lattes, but variations on them. You know, maybe it's a harvest latte this time around. And I just think they're the bee's knees sometimes, you know? Guy can't live off of just blood.
Okay,
So-
what do I roll? What am I doing?
I'm trying to decide what you're doing because like
You're choking the void.
I mean, it's just kind of well, I guess
Yeah, because you're
To
trying to.
immobilize it is
I guess
the weird part.
I guess act under pressure. Because
You're
you're not.
trying to restrain it?
Yeah.
That's cool, right?
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
double
it's an 11.
It's double digits. The number doesn't always load before the box does, so usually I can tell like if the
box
box is a
loaded
little
for me.
wider.
Yeah.
The
I
box
always love the
loaded,
box
so I knew
version.
it was a 10.
All right, so yeah.
So
on
anyway,
a 10 plus, you do what you said I'd do.
I've got it.
So you've got it restrained, and what are you trying to like do with it? Are you trying to like move it back
Okay.
or?
Connor, now, Muda, punch it.
Hey. I don't really punch though, so I'm gonna sprint up and bite it.
Okay,
That'll work. Does it have blood?
about to find out.
That's
All right, so
not important.
I'll give you a +1 to this kick some ass roll, because Adva is giving you an advantageous situation.
Sick.
Sick.
+1.
Not that I think you need it necessarily. All right, on a 10
Connor's
plus,
on
you
fire.
choose an extra effect.
That's
You gain the advantage. Take +1 forward to get +1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. You suffer less harm, -1 harm, or you force them where you want
Terrible
them.
harm, Connor. God, too terrible.
I do terrible wounds for +1 harm. I spend one of my 2 hold from what could go wrong to also inflict +1 harm.
Yes.
All right, so that does 5, I assume total.
6
I
harm.
think. 6 harm. Jesus Christ.
3 from my teeth, 1 from the extra base to the teeth, 1 from what could go wrong, 1 from terrible harm.
All right. Well, that's fucking busted.
I did this before, remember? But it was to an illusion.
Oh, right, yeah. All right, so this thing is.
Remember, I like ripped out its throat, and you were like, "Good thing that was the illusion."
Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. This thing is pushed backwards as Advil like has its hands on it, and as you tear into it, its attack back to you is to this vial on its back full of blue liquid has some sort of like sprayer on the top of it, and it pushes.
Oh no, he's got flood.
It pushes something on its like on one of its arms. It like flexes a finger in such a way that like hits a button, and that thing releases a blue gas into the air around you. So I need both of you to act under pressure.
Yeah, that's cool again.
I spend my other harm to take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll.
Nice.
Oh, go ahead, do it, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, action under pressure was cool, right?
Yep.
This is gonna go poorly. No, it's a 10 or 11. Yeah.
Okay,
Or 12.
both of you having when you walked into the church, you saw like a blue mist dissipating around the altar, and you surmised that this is probably some sort of aerosolized like sleeping thing.
Yes,
so
knockout gas.
it's some sort of like knockout gas. So you both have the wherewithal to hold your breath.
Hey,
And-
I'm going to use my superior lungs because of being on the swimming team to hold my breath for a longer time.
Cool.
I use the fact that I'm unfucking dead.
Yep. So yeah,
Nice.
it does this thing, and while you're distracted with you like as you hold your breath, you sort of loosen your grip a little bit, Adva, and just enough for it to get this red liquid into one of its legs. It stabs itself in the leg.
It's gonna get swole again.
It's still
Give me a
swole
what?
from the first time. It kind of like elbows you back enough to break free and then starts into a dead sprint. And Connor, you're fast, but this thing is fucking ridiculously fast.
Magic marble.
All right,
God damn it.
Swissy wants to
I
try
gotta
to do
give
a
me some
magic
of that.
marble.
Can I try to do it with such precision that it goes in one of the tubes?
One of the tubes for what?
Wasn't there tubes like things were coming out of, like the gas?
The
Probably
gas.
closed off on the end.
How accessible are they in terms of linearness?
So the
What?
the purple and the red tube seem to have like needles on the end of them. And the green and blue ones seem to have some sort of like spray or nozzle on it, for lack of a better word.
So it's not like an open tube.
Yeah, it's not like open.
Well, I'm gonna aim at the damn pack anyway and see what happens when the explosion hits it.
Sure,
if I hit it.
act under pressure. What are the tags on that magic marble, by the way?
I mean, it's coming from my juju bag, so it's not a real item.
Yeah, I know, but like, what are the juju bag has weapon tags? One harm, far magic.
Thing for the first time in forever. Hang on.
It's one harm, far magic. I just read them out loud.
Oh, okay, yeah. Those are the tags. Yeah, that's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah,
anyway,
try it. Yeah, you can try it.
Nope.
Well, on 79 is a mixed success. So you do this thing and you manage to hit it square, right? But this thing doesn't seem to even like stop or acknowledge it. It just
doesn't damage the pack in any way, like the backpack thing.
It doesn't seem to. No, it seems like it's made of sterner stuff.
Rip.
It's got the pack has a couple dings in it though, from Connor's bullet and some other stuff. So yeah, I think for now, I'm going to assume that Connor and Adva get out of the mist before they breathe again.
Before our oxygen meter runs out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yep. So the thing has escaped for now, but you have managed to hurt it quite a bit.
Nice.
We at least know what it looks like now. Kinda.
I pull out my phone and call Nigel.
Jesus Christ! Did you see how fast that thing was?
Wes takes a seat.
Connor's
because he's
extremely
hurt.
jealous. Well, speaking of, I still had a harm mark from last session too. Can I unquenchable vitality that quick?
Sure. I was about to stop, but you can do that first.
Nope. I get worse.
Uh-oh.
Rip.
And I think that's two.
Connor
I
begins
try to heal my
bleeding.
shit. It never goes well.
Connor begins bleeding more from nothing, and then he goes, "Oh right, I was injured when I jumped off the roof."
Yeah. So, yeah, the three of you are somewhat harmed, and that's where we will end for this week because I have to go.
We gotta do the end of section thing because we always forget.
Thank you. Let me
Yes.
check. Did we
I only
conclude
need 1 XP to
Did we
level.
conclude the current mystery? I'm going with
No.
No.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse? I think yes, because
Yeah.
she saved the two
Yeah.
people in the church. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Adva is Nigel's daughter.
Nope.
No.
That doesn't
West
count.
is a dead man.
West is a dumbass.
Also not new information.
I don't know about that comparatively.
What do you mean? Everything
Okay.
Connor's done works that well.
Okay, hospital
Yeah,
boy.
and everything I do doesn't, so that's fair.
So I'm gonna go with no on that one. And did we not learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Adva is...
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Don't say Nigel's daughter.
Because I'm not.
If you get 1 or 2 yes answers, mark 1 experience. If you get 3 or 4, mark 2. So I think you got.
Do I
Level
carry?
I think you
I
got
carry
1.
experience over that I've also gained when I've hit my level cap.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Some
of you have like.
West from this hellish world and make somebody cooler.
Yep, I have 2 level ups banked now. And one of them is the 5 improvements thing, so I have to figure out what I can do.
Yeah.
I
Y'all.
can free myself of my curse, but I lose 1 weird, so I'm not gonna do that.
I am 3 away from being.
I assume we
level 5.
don't want to. I'm personally probably not going to change playbooks, create a second hunter, or retire this hunter.
I mean, hypothetically, you could if you think it would be cool or interesting, but like, I don't.
I think the only
would
way
be
Wes will
weird.
become useful is if he changed classes. So that's probably what I might end up.
See you in 3 months. See you in 3 months, small guy. And I'm not going to turn evil again. I'm just deciding between advancing 2 basic moves. I'll probably do that. That's the one where if you get above a
like
10.
on a 12 plus, you get some extra thing for most of it. Yeah.
It would either be that or I might just take +1 cool because having 3 cool sounds awesome.
Sounds pretty
Pretty
Cool.
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 All right. Well, yeah, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for Astral Chain, I think. Yep, that one. All right. Have a good
Yep.
night, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Whoa. Now I have to look at my book again.